What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Welcome into a brand new edition of Film Room from the Star in Frisco. A unique opportunity for you to learn from a Super Bowl champion and an Emmy Award winner. Isaiah Stanback, I'm Kyle Yeomans. Let's break down this Week 17 matchup. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Another opportunity for the Cowboys to try and find a rhythm in the run game. Trying to hand it off to Tony Pollard hasn't been as fruitful as it had been in past seasons. So what's been going on, and how can they try and figure that out going into this matchup with Detroit?
Well, I know right off the bat, everybody's going to highlight number 20 and say, what's going on with Tony Pollard?
TP.
We franchise tagged you. You're not doing anything. You only got 5 touchdowns on the year. I can tell you this, it's not just on the running back. There's a lot more that goes into a running game than just the guy who's actually carrying the rock. Sometimes it comes down to scheme. Sometimes it comes down to blocking assignment, and that's what we're going to pay attention to today. We're going to take a look and see what is all going on and why is this running game not effective right now. Tony Pollard is only averaging about 4 yards per carry right now. They need to improve that and definitely need to improve to 5 touchdowns. Right off the back here, okay, you guys see Mr. Ingram's out here in a good old 9 technique. All right, he's out here, and right off the back, we're gonna go backside, and we need to cut him off. Number 1, we need to make sure that he stays on the backside. All right, what else is gonna happen here? Mr. B. Cooks is actually gonna come up right up here in the inside, and he's actually gonna insert and try to come up here and block a safety. All right, and on the other end, we're gonna try to do a nice little combo block here with Chuma and Mr. Tyler Smith. All right, and those guys are going to try to work together to try to get up to the next level. All right, it doesn't necessarily go the way in which we have it planned. Let's see it pan out here. We got Gallup going in motion, going across the formation. Boom, pause it right there. Right off the back, we got the combo block. Okay, we need Chuma getting his head across. You can't combo block a man with your head on the back side of the play. We need your head on the front side of the play so that Tyler Smith can use his inside shoulder, and now he can work up and go get this linebacker. Okay, so if we see a combo, we see a good job here of Tyler Biadasz and Zach Martin combo blocking with his eyes on the prize, being able to work up here. Let's let it play out a little bit more. Okay, so now all of a sudden, Tyler Smith is doing his best to do what? Get up to the next block. He ends up missing, okay? Chuma needs to kick out, all right on the backside. We just talked about how on the backside, we can pause it there. Ingram's now coming on the backside here. All we had to do here was just keep him backside, but we missed on that block. And now we have who coming? Brandin Cooks. Brandin Cooks needs to do what? Seal here so that we can create a lane right here for Tony Pollard to hit. But what ends up happening is B. Cooks puts his head on the left side and allows the safety to go ahead and come front side, which now you'll see the result here. Tony Pollard does a good job putting his foot in the ground. What would be, if you pause it right here, it would be an open lane, right? It would be an opportunity for Tony Pollard to just simply hit it right here. But because of the defense, B. Cooks doesn't have his head on the right side, right? Ferguson allows a man to come out on the backside. Now all of a sudden we're getting tackled instead of having an opportunity to score a touchdown.
It's little things like that that can add up for a simple run play. That's all it is. Every play is written up so you can find the end zone, right? You're not trying to do certain things. Yes, some are higher probabilities than other to try and find the end zone, but you want the lane to open up for Tony Pollard. Things haven't necessarily worked out, and it's not just the guys up front. Sometimes it's on guys on the outside as well.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about trying to get to the outside, okay? And now we're trying to go front side. Now I want you guys to pay attention. We're actually going to pull Zach Martin and T. Steele, okay? Zach Martin and T. Steele are both going to end up pulling, and then we're going to try to go ahead and wall things off, okay? So as that plays out, I also want you guys to pay attention to our guy on the outside. You can't see him right now, but CeeDee Lamb. This is a linebacker that you see right here, okay? There's a linebacker. Now what CeeDee is going to try to do is feint on this linebacker and want to work up and block the safety. You don't want your receivers blocking linebackers. You want your linemen blocking linebackers. So here we go. Plays off and running. Pause it right there. Now right off the back, we talked about Zach Martin coming up. Zach is supposed to take MDM, most dangerous man. Now, as he comes around, okay, you see them keeping it nice and tight. Now right here, Terrence Steele, your eyes are in the wrong spot. You guys see Terrence Steele, his eyes right now are looking inside. His eyes need to be looking outside. We just talked about how CeeDee Lamb needs to go do what? Feint on his linebacker, work around, come up and seal the safety. Why is he doing that? Because Zach Martin's supposed to seal. Terrence Steele's supposed to kick out. CeeDee Lamb's supposed to get the safety. And then Tyler Biadasz has to get his head across because this play can't even get going if there's any type of interior pressure. Now there's internal pressure. Now the entire play is getting blown up. We see Schoonmaker doing a good job of trying to seal block. Okay, but now right at the back, CeeDee's looking back because now his responsibility is going away, okay? And now we have no man where Terrence Steele's supposed to be kicking this man out. There is no opportunity for Tony Pollard to go anywhere. He has a man chasing him on the backside. He has a man coming right here. He has a man coming right here. What do you expect him to do when the blocking assignments were not taken care of? Now all of a sudden there's a big play where these guys get a tackle for loss when you should have had a big play on the edge.
But have there been opportunities where it has been Tony Pollard?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to take a peek at that right now. Okay, everybody remembers this play from last week. Tony Pollard right on the goal line. This is what we call a speed option. Okay, what is a speed option? Where you're going to leave the end man on the line of scrimmage. You're going to allow him to just come free. Reason being, on blocking assignment wise, you're going to get a reach block right here with Udoga. You're going to ask Ferguson to go up here and get this safety. And now you have a 2-on-1 with Dak coming out and Tony Pollard coming out. And you're running everything off of this man right here. Whatever decision he makes, he can't be right. If he goes out to Mr. Tony Pollard, then you go ahead and keep it up inside Dak Prescott. If he decides to go inside and take Dak, then all of a sudden, Tony Pollard gets to go outside. So let's see this thing play out. Bradley Chubb does a good job of really compressing Ferguson. It makes it really difficult on him to get up to his next level, but he still tries to fight. Now, we talked about this defensive end coming. He's now taking Dak. As soon as he takes Dak, Dak says what? Feel free. Now the highlight is now on who? It's now on Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is the man of the hour right now. Great pitch by Dak Prescott, great read. Now Tony Pollard, what do you need to do? Pause it right here. Tony Pollard is one of the fastest guys in the NFL. Just run. Find the pylon and go. Go, go, go. He tries to put his foot in the ground and now try to get vertical for whatever reason. We don't need you to be physical on this play. Even if we did need you to be physical, you got to get your pass down. You have to find a way to cross that line. You have to get in the end zone right here. The play was drawn up perfectly. Execution was almost perfect. You got to make a play. There's a lot of space out here, Tony Pollard, for you to simply just outrun the guy. And on this play, you decided to get vertical. What happened on the next play? Hunter Lipke fumbles on the goal line, turnover. Now you're going the opposite direction. Missed opportunities. You have to figure out how to do this. Blocking assignment-wise, scheme-wise, and you got to be able to make plays with your playmakers.
Tony Pollard was asked about this specific play twice on Wednesday. He said, yeah, probably should have just kept running and keep going to the outside. So he went back, watched the film just like you did, and said, you know what, there was too much space there. I should have gotten outside. Secondly, he said he thought he had Ferguson helping on the inside to maybe get up to inside hip of him, and then he's got a clear path into the end zone. So with that, is trust a problem between ball carrier and blocking scheme up front if things like that continue to go against?
Yeah, when there's a lot of things that are happening on a continuous basis, obviously there's going to be some things that are embedded in your head, right? There's going to be some self-doubt. There's going to be some doubt in your teammates' abilities. But in that instance right there, I hear what he's saying. But even then, when you get near that goal line, you got to get your pads down, get your weight behind you, and run through whatever, especially when it's defensive backs. Defensive lineman, I say, okay, you're not supposed to run through that guy, even though you try, but that's the defensive back. You got to find a way to get in the end zone.
Now, since, of course, we are going into Week 17, it's also going into New Year's. I've got to ask the Washington Huskies here. Would the Huskies find their way into the end zone against Texas at the Sugar Bowl?
Absolutely, man. We got the best coach, the best offensive lineman, runner up to the Heisman. We got too much offense. You know what the answer is going to be.
Make it work?
We make it happen.
You make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Isaiah will have a lot of fun. College ranks. We'll have some fun Saturday night at AT&T Stadium. It's the Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Catch both of us on Cowboys pregame live, getting started at 5:30 Central Time, live on the field prior to the Jimmy Johnson ceremony. We've got more Film Room coming your way next week.